I was really proud of our sort of shortcomings in the Vegas game that we talked through on video and shoot around. And Phoenix's defense was very different. It was still a fair amount of switching, but just offensively we had to show some patience. We had to seek the paint. We had to cut. And I thought the first half we played great in that area. Second half, not as much. I mean, they made some adjustments. But overall, obviously our bench was terrific.
It doesn't happen too often that the bench outscores the starters. 50 points.
Yeah.
Led, of course, by Alyssa, who had such a big night. Can you just talk about the work of that group in general and her game in particular?
Yeah. And you know how it is. I mean, if you've watched, getting minutes is hard, right? When you have three post players like, Fee, who's going to gobble up 34 of the 40, and then you have Lan and Dorka returning. So that's three post players that are going to rotate through most of the minutes. And so minutes are a little harder, but I felt like, there was opportunity for Peely in this game with the, we liked the matchup of what we were doing defensively. And then she just made the most of it. I've talked to her actually down in Atlanta. It's uncharted water for players that, are high draft picks, first round picks. They're used to being the best player. They're used to playing all the time. It's such an adjustment. And I just told her, in this league, you just never know when your number's going to be called. And you always got to be ready. And obviously she's been sitting over thinking about what she wants to do when she gets in the game. And she was aggressive. I think anytime you're aggressive and, you sort of make your own breaks, that's what she was doing. And, we were all, as you could tell with the bench, the starters, they were all happy to see her find that success.
Coach, how impressed were you with the defensive end? 17 turnovers tonight forced by the team. Just what did you see out there on the defensive end?
Well, we're pretty active, and we've done it all season. So I was happy that we were able to still get that done against a team that really spread you out. They invite you to take a ton of threes. It's very dangerous. You're open a lot, and I thought we, mostly showed discretion, but we took 35 threes, which is a crazy number for us, and gave up 28 to them. But for our defense, they spread you out so much, and the actions that they run, a lot of switching, so they get you off the matchup maybe that you want. But just still being able to do what we do and bring help when it's needed and scramble, when they play out the backside. You can't be afraid to help, and they really bought into that and thought we had enough deflections. It wasn't a place that we lived in, but I just thought that we were hard to play against.
And just talk about the job that K-Mac and Bridget did on Copper tonight. She averages 25 a game, held to 21 on 18 shots.
Yeah.
Just making it tough for her.
Yeah, I mean, she's such a difficult matchup, and what she does so well. And, we tried to, team concept it, try to get through screens, try to keep her off. That right-hand drive is just lethal, but as you see, she still got to it. But I thought, like you said, it was on, a fair amount of shots. And, Kaw's a great player, having a great season. And we did okay on her.
Cheryl, Phoenix only had, I think, 10 offensive rebounds. 8 came in that third quarter.
Yeah.
What made the Lynx so successful those other 3 quarters that didn't happen in the
I
third?
thought we were playing harder. I don't think we came out in the third quarter correctly. I think we came out just kind of going through the motions. I don't think it was intentional, but sometimes that happens, and we weren't locked in, and so that was unfortunate.
Second quarter, you kind of took hold of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 24-12 or something run, and it was all bench.
It was bench, yeah.
Chechi and
That's
Dorka
right.
and Alyssa. I mean, what's it like to be able to look down your bench and see all your starters cheering and to see your bench basically winning a game?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously when it's your night, it's great. It's great to, be able to get them minutes and them find success, gain some confidence. We left them out there extended time because, like you said, they did so well. And I thought Chechi really led us off the bench, kind of got us going. And I thought Chechi played well off the bounce as well. She's a terrific passer, just a really good instinctual basketball player. And then, as we know, Peely gave us good minutes, and I thought Natisha was really locked in. on what she was trying to get done. So I was obviously really happy with the bench.
And then tonight, it seemed that for most of the game, you guys were really efficient, above 50% shooting.
Yeah.
Finished the night at 49.3, but again, you held your opponent to less than 40.
Yeah, that's the number we care the most about. Because since 2011, our record when we do that, when we hold our opponent below 40%, is 154-7. And so it's happened. I don't know how many times we've played. How many games this season? I don't know. What are we? 7 games we've played. I believe we've accomplished it in at least 4 of the games, if not 5. And that is our identity. So we're super happy to have accomplished that again. Okay. Peely? Yeah. Really satisfying. Again, it's difficult, and I'm hard on everybody, and I have high expectations of everybody, and so just really pushing where you can to teach them what it's going to take, because you want them to find success when they get in the game. And Peely has been extremely coachable, listens, just learning our league. Our league is a beast, and so really satisfied. Not just because it was Native American Heritage Night. I think this was coming, and I told her that. There's moments in practice. There's really, really little things that I've been paying attention to that she's doing. That she's getting more assertive, and I feel like her confidence had been growing, and so that opportunity came for her tonight. She made the most of it, so it's very satisfying.
Coach, what impresses you the most about Courtney's playmaking ability? She had 5 assists tonight, but no turnovers. Just what kind of impresses you the most, especially with her, making the plays for the team? Yeah,
that's what we needed. That's why we signed her. I just think she's terrific as a playmaker and pick and roll in particular. But she just makes the right reads, and I was happy for her. She made some threes. I'm thrilled she had no turnovers, because I've been on her head about that. She'll get you 5-6 assists and cough it up 3-4 times. But this was really good for her. In her reads. She had one against the press she nearly threw away, and like I said, we're just gonna stay on her. And playmaking ability is really high, and she's been a great addition for us.
Pivoting to the Zoom for Michael.
Yeah, Coach Reeve, I actually had 2 questions, if I could. The first is, I think Fee now, this is like 17 games in a row going back to last season of double-digit scoring. That's only the 3rd longest such streak in her career. I know you've talked a lot about her consistency, but I wondered if you could reflect on that. And then secondly, the league will start Commissioner's Cup play with a sort of new format starting tomorrow, and I just wondered sort of your thoughts on that.
Yeah, as far as Fee, I appreciate the question, and hopefully you'll write, a lot about Fee and the Lynx, and I think maybe some people take a little while to come along with Fee and her greatness, and I think that great for you to recognize, Michael, that how good she is and what makes her so good is her consistency, and we recognize not everybody finds that very sexy. I do. I think that consistency, that you can depend upon her every single night to do everything. And her defense this season has been incredible. And I told her, if our team is going to be great defensively, it's going to be because your best player is great defensively. And she's really bought into that. So building on what was she, 2nd team all defense last year, there's no question she'll be a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year in what she's doing. Fee's the reason why we're going to be able to reach great heights, and so consistency is something that I think is overlooked, and Fee is, I guess, maybe happy, that people like yourself maybe are jumping on the board a little bit more for her. Commissioner's Cup is the first time in a while that we've had a chance to actually think about getting in contention for some money for the players. So I am thrilled to be able to be excited. I've not paid attention to Commissioner Cup games since it started. We now have a team that understands that we could be a team that's playing in the Commissioner's Cup. So that's exciting. Thank you. Yep, you're welcome.